So today we'll do the great compassionate Gyaya, so Jinasagara, or the ocean of conquerors initiation. And so usually the thousand-armed Chandrisic is related with the Kriya Yoga Tantra, whereas this one, the Jinasagara, Avalokiteshvara initiation, is related with the highest Yoga Tantra. And the main specialty of the highest Yoga Tantra is, first of all, in the Sutrayana, there is teaching of the mindfulnesses. But in the highest Yoga Tantra, there is mention of the differentiation between the gross or coarse aspect of body and mind, and then the subtle aspects of body and mind. And the subtlest mind is called the innate, spontaneously arisen, clear light mind, which is the ultimate basis of designation of a person. And in the highest Yoga Tantra, that the clear light mind is said to be empty of any objective independent existence in and of itself. So this is actualized when the these three states of mind, called the luminous increase, luminous appearance, reddish, luminous increase, and so forth, dissolve. Although in all tantras we do meditate on emptiness in connection with the mantra Svabhava Shuddha Sarvadhamma Svabhava Shuddha. And in the highest Yoga Tantra, the subtlest mind, the innate clear light mind, is also referred to as the natural truth body. And so this mind is established or demonstrated as being devoid of any independent objective existence. First, we need to understand what this clear light, innate clear light mind is, and then use that mind in our meditation. And so, when this mind alone, the clear light, innate clear light mind alone, is left after the dissolution of all the other elements from the gross body and wind energy and so forth, and down to the subtlest and the red whitish appearance, reddish increase, and blackish near attainment, then you are left with this all empty clear light. And if you have some understanding of in your life, if you have some understanding of emptiness, then at this point you will be able to use that understanding and insight into emptiness in a profound way, with the help of this clear light, innate, subtlest mind, by recognizing it, rather than resorting to the coarser levels of mind. You can use this clear light mind to do meditation on emptiness, and to train your mind to recognize this clear light innate mind. You can use the mind at the time of sleep, the clear light at the time of sleep. And so when you go through the process of sleep, the grosser states of mind dissolve. And then there is also what are known as the 9 mixings. So you can go through these processes of mixings. So we are not talking about a very high level of spiritual realization here, but when you go through sleep, as you fall asleep, gradually what happens is your mind becomes subtler and subtler, and then you go through the dissolution process. And then this clear light, innate mind of at the time of sleep manifests, and you can use that clear light to meditate on emptiness. So when you think along these lines, so these may seem quite amazing, and we are not talking about something that does not exist at all, but we are talking about maintaining the clear light mind. And so the mind, as soon as it takes, no sooner as long as we have mind, there is the mind arises from this subtlest clear light mind. And so in nature, this innate, spontaneously risen, spontaneous clear light has no difference between it and the Buddha's mind. So of course, when we are in a waking state, we are not able to catch this clear light mind because of distraction through the grosser levels of mind. But when you do tantric practice, it is identified that all the mental afflictions, destructive emotions and so forth, are within the realm of the adventitious temporary mind, the grosser adventitious states of mind. And so this clear light mind is devoid of all these grosser states of mind, the mental afflictions and so forth. And this one is the mind which goes all the way to the state of omniscience, omniscient state of a Buddhahood. So do we not have tea? So if not, then we just need to eat bread alone. Please bring tea. So today, the initiation is of the Gyawajatso, highest yoga tantra. So in this, what we do is, in the highest yoga tantra, we take the clear light mind, the innate clear light mind, into the path. And Avalokiteshvara, being the deity of compassion, and here the Tantra of Jinasagara has to do with the practice of Avalokiteshvara with the help of this innate clear light mind. Emphasizing on that in your practice. And in any tantric ritual or rite, Through the initiations, the disciples' mind or mind stream is helped to ripen, and we have the 4 different initiations. Those of the vast initiation, and then the secret initiation, wisdom, knowledge initiation, and the word initiation. And yesterday we had the preliminary process of the initiation, and you have been instructed to check your dreams. Did you have any dream? So maybe you were tired by the time you went to bed, and then you get a good sleep as soon as you come to reach your home and you lie down on your bed. If you had a good sleep, that also is good for your health. You will have a good rest. This one verse used for blessing of the tea and bread is one verse praise of His Holiness Dalai Lama. And if you had in your dreams seen your Lama or the particular deity, the special deity, of course that is definitely certainly a good dream. And also, if you dreamt climbing up, as opposed to going down, there's a slope which is considered inauspicious. So whatever dream you may have, if you when you wake up, your mind, you were rather happy, in a state of mind. That is a good sign. Whereas when you feel tired and exhausted as you wake up, then that is considered inauspicious. So instead of talking a lot about dream, we need to eat our bread. So as you wake up, if you felt rather happy, and that is a good sign. But when you wake up, if your state of mind is rather depressed or something, then discouraged or something, then that's not good. But there's always a way to avert any bad omens. So in Tantra, whether you have better good dreams, any obstacles that you may have is averted through the sprinkling of the blessed water and by the Lama, and then you are protected also by a protective wheel around you. And so you don't need to feel too bad about the bad dreams. You don't need to feel unhappy. So This is the blessed water. So with the mantra of Hayagriva, all the obstacles are driven away, and then you are protected with this Raksha Raksha mantra. First, I'll take my bread. So yesterday we did the preliminary process of the Jinasagara empowerment, and today is the actual initiation day. I feel very fortunate too. On the one hand, as soon as I wake up, I meditate on bodhicitta, the spirit of enlightenment, and then recite Om Mani Padme Hum, the 6-syllable mantra of Avalokiteshvara. As Tibetans, Avalokiteshvara is our karmically related deity of Tibet. And since the time of Songtsen Gampo, historically also we have some link or connection with Avalokiteshvara. And so Songtsen Gampo, as I said yesterday also, he married, Songtsen Gampo married the Chinese princess Wenchen Kongshu, and though that was the case, he had a family tie with China, he felt that he was Tibetan and he wanted to devise a Tibetan writing system. Rather than taking the Chinese characters as the models, he took the Indian Devanagari as this model for the Tibetan alphabet. And therefore, in the 8th century, during the time of King Trisong Detsen, when Chandarakshita, the abbot from India, came to Tibet, he said that you have your own writing system, and therefore you don't need to devise a new writing system. You already have it. Therefore, you need to use this language to translate the Buddhist literature into your language. And so when you look back to history like this, it seems that the Tibetan Dharma kings had their own plans for Tibetans. And Kamalashil, Chandarakshita's student Kamalashil, also was invited by Trisong Detsen later, and so Kamalashil was a student of Chandarakshita, the great abbot. And Kamalashil had a debate with the Chinese meditators. So Trisong Detsen, the Tibetan kings, sat in the center, and then to the right, Kamalashila, and to his left was the Chinese monks. These Chinese monks emphasized meditation rather than studying Buddhist philosophy and through logic and reasoning, which is the Nalanda tradition. So they didn't have that. So Tizong Detsen said that, of course, we respect the Chinese tradition of meditation, but the tradition of great abbot, the master Kamalashila, which uses reason and logic and investigation into the teaching of the Buddha, is very good. And therefore, Tizong Detsen sent away the Chinese meditators, telling them that they don't need to insist themselves to stay in Tibet. So, as we usually say, Tibetans will be happy in the land of Tibet, and Chinese in the land, they will be happy in the land of China. And so the Chinese. So of course the Chinese monks were also humble, lived a humble life, observing the monastic vows and so forth. But perhaps they had difficulty eating the Tibetan staple food, which is Tsongkhapa, rolled into balls. And when they took the Tsongkhapa, they rolled into balls, they may have smeared some of the doughs or powders, this flour on around their mouth as well. So when I first learned to make bar, the dough balls from the staple food Sambar, in the early part of my life, as I was taught by Serpent Kempo, the person helping me in the kitchen with food, I also made the same mistake of having the Tsongkhapa around my mouth. So, but slowly I learned to make better pak. And so Tibetans, in any case, have a very special connection with Avalokiteshvara. And then we also have the tradition or the habit of reciting Om Mani Padme Hum, the six-syllable mantra of Avalokiteshvara. And then, right from childhood, we have the habit of not killing even insects, and telling other people also, do not kill insects. And so, Avalokiteshvara, so because of being sincerely kind and so forth, as Tibetans, we have the Buddhas would also be with us, looking after us. As I said before, Avalokiteshvara can be practiced in accordance with the Kriya Tantra, Charya Tantra, Yoga Tantra, and Anuttara Yoga Tantra. And so, this Jinasagara, Avalokiteshvara, is a practice done within the context of the highest Yoga Tantra. We already did the preliminary process of this initiation, and now, in order to give the initiation, first I need to do the self-initiation, And while I do this preparation, please recite the Om Mani Padme Hum mantra. Everyone, please recite this. Your 1,000 hands represent the 1,000 Chakravartins, universal monarchs. Your 1,000 eyes represent the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate eon. I pay homage to you, Avalokiteshvara, Venerable Avalokiteshvara, who appears to different beings in accordance with their what would best tame them. Mani Padme Hum. Please recite the mantra. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme
Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, om mani bemeho, om mani bemeho, om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, om mani bemeho, om mani bemeho, om mani bemeho, om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Mani bemeho, om 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 mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, om mani bemeho, om mani bemeho, om mani bemeho, om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani bemeho Om mani bemeho, om mani bemeho, om mani bemeho, om mani bemeho, om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeho, 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 om mani Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani bemeo. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani bemeo. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani bemeo. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani bemeo. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani bemeo. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani bemeo. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, om mani bemeo, om mani bemeo, om mani bemeo. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani bemeo. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, om mani bemeo, om mani bemeo. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani bemeo. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani. Om mani bemeo, 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 om mani bemeo. Om mani bemeo, 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 om. Om mani bemeo, om mani bemeo, om mani bemeo.
So there is a propitiation prayer of sixth Psalm Mahakala. So we say this praise of Mahakala, which is attributed to the Mahasiddha, Shawari. When he had the vision of Mahakala at his cave, standing on sandalwood, as it is usually recounted. And this is a prayer to the Guru and Protector to get rid of our mental afflictions, and then prayer to the Protector and Guru, inseparable, to avert any obstacles, and then dedicating the merit to be able to preserve the teaching of the Buddha, and to be able to avert any obstacles and gather any conducive conditions for the practice of the Dharma. Through the blessings of the Lama, Guru and Protector, Dharma Protector. And so, as I said yesterday, Avalokiteshvara, the noble Avalokiteshvara, is the special deity of compassion. And so when you do practice based on Avalokiteshvara, it helps naturally to have a good heart. And there are so many, much benefit. And so to practice Avalokiteshvara, we can do it in accordance with the Kriya Tantra, Yoga, and Anuttara Yoga Tantras. And so this particular Avalokiteshvara Jinasagara is practiced in accordance with the highest Yoga Tantra. And so imagine the Lama to be a Jinasagara with one face and two hands, and in union with the concert. And so in order to take the initiation of Jinasagara, a great compassionate one, so there's the Daisuto Rinpoche offering mandala. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it to you. May all wandering sentient beings enjoy the Buddha field, the pure Buddha field. Itam Guru Ratna Mandal Kam Niyatayami. So I have something to press my text down, to put on the text so it's not blown away. And the Lama, in the form of the Avalokiteshvara Jinasagara, were embracing a consort. And so today we are doing the actual initiation of this deity. Please repeat. Oh Lord of great bliss, Master, please listen to me. Please bestow the pledges, the spirit of enlightenment, and please give me the three jewels of refuge, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, who protect and lead me to the supreme city of great enlightenment. So it's on page 34. So here the most important thing to keep in mind is to requesting to grant pledges. And so with a very good altruistic state of mind, then you do practice of Avalokiteshvara for the benefit of other sentient beings. And then, as people who are born in Tibet and the surrounding areas, the neighboring areas of Tibet, and so we have a special connection with a karmic connection with Avalokiteshvara. And so, in order to have blessings in practical terms, we need to we request to be granted the pledges and the spirit of enlightenment, bodhicitta. And so, bodhicitta, which is complemented by the two aspirations, aspiration to become enlightened for the benefit of all sentient beings. And so that is the most important thing that we need to practice. And so as for me, as soon as I wake up, I reflect on bodhicitta, this spirit of enlightenment, after reciting the praise to the Buddha for teaching dependent arising, pratitya samutpada. And then I do practice of Avalokiteshvara, requesting to bless me to be able to cultivate bodhicitta based on love and compassion. And so you are going to take this Jinasagara, Avalokiteshvara initiation today, and therefore the pledges here mainly refers to the spirit of enlightenment, thinking of not causing any harm to anybody, but bringing help to them. That's the main pledge or binding precept. And so for that, you need, the most important factor is bodhicitta, the spirit of enlightenment. As Shantideva says, if you do not exchange your happiness and joy with the suffering of others, live alone reaching Buddhahood, even in this existence, you will not have happiness. And then Shantideva also says, all happiness in the world come from wishing others to be happy, and all suffering come from selfish motivation. And what need is there to say more? Look at the difference between the Buddha, who has become enlightened by thinking of and dedicating himself to the well-being of others, and look at ourselves, who are still remained in samsara. And so, from today, you need to pledge that you will not harm anybody, but to help them out of arrogance and so forth. And so you need even those who may be enemies of the Dharma, you need to feel compassion towards them. And so the main pledge is the spirit of enlightenment, bodhicitta. Please repeat. O Lord, teacher of great bliss, Master, please listen to me. Please bestow the pledges, the spirit of enlightenment, and please give me the three jewels of refuge, the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. And O Protector, lead me to the supreme city of great liberation. Again, O Lord, teacher of great bliss, Master, please listen to me. Please bestow me the pledges, the spirit of enlightenment, please, and give me the three jewels of refuge, the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. O Protector, lead me to the supreme city of great enlightenment, liberation. O Lord, teacher of great bliss, Master, please listen to me. Please bestow the pledges, the spirit of enlightenment, and also give me the three jewels of refuge, the Buddha. So it may be it may seem that I'm boasting about it, but as I said, my main meditation is bodhicitta, and so this helps me to keep a calm mind without anxiety and fear, and have a good health. And so this also is suitable for me to do the practice as an exile. So, bodhicitta is the fundamental factor for my own happiness and joy and well-being and so forth, as well as the joy and happiness and well-being of others. We all talk about peace in the world. And the true peace in the world should come from a peaceful, compassionate state of mind, which is dedicated for the well-being of others. Otherwise, if we are tossed by these negative emotions, anger, jealousy, hatred, attachment, and so forth, it will not help. Please repeat, O Lord, teacher of great bliss, please listen to me. Please bestow the pledges, the mind, the spirit of enlightenment. And please give me the three jewels of refuge, the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. O protector, lead me to the supreme city, great liberation. Repeat this. O Lord, teacher of great bliss, please listen to me. Please bestow the pledges, the spirit of enlightenment. Please give me the three jewels of refuge, the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. O protector, please lead me to the supreme city of great liberation. So with this, we're done with the request for the initiations, and then those who are monastics, as bhikshus, we wear the two yellow robes, chogu and namjar, and then so when we do the tantric practice, we wear the tantric attire. So if you feel comfortable with it, otherwise if we don't feel comfortable, if you feel comfortable, you may wear the special hat, which is the crown protrusion, unlike how it is worn by some opera performers when they perform Tibetan opera. It would appear like tilting towards one side. Not like that. So these attires of the deities the costumes are given out to the disciples. So imagine you are given upper robe and crown protrusion, the lower robes. And then a blindfold. So for the time being, you are not permitted to see the mandala, and therefore, to symbolize that, you are given this blindfold. And then you are also given a garland of flowers, which is meant for your offering of the garland of flower to the deity when you actually enter the mandala later. And so, in order to receive initiation, you need to clear yourself of the ordinary appearance and perception and ordinary clinging to yourself as ordinary beings, whereas that these two must be switched by the appearance of a deity in your mind, and also having the divine pride of being a deity. And so in this case, the deity is the great compassionate one. So with this mantra of the activity, action mantra, so with these three syllables, Om Ahung, the disciples are having instantaneously arisen into the great compassionate one. At your heart is the blue hum on a sun disk. At your throat are a red R on a lotus. And at one's crown, a white Om on a moon disk. Light goes out from these three letters, illuminating one's body. And then the master deity asks the question about your family and lineage and aspiration. He asks, "Oh, who are you? What do you like?" And then your answer would be, so with belief in Avalokiteshvara, the great compassionate one, you are not thinking of having great power over others or wealth, but you are thinking about, instead, thinking about the sentient beings who are helpless, without guardian and protector. So you are thinking of helping them directly or indirectly. So with that single-pointed intention, then, of course, you need to visualize yourself as the deity, great compassionate one. So at your heart is a blue hum on a sun disk, at your throat a red R on a lotus, and at your crown a white Om on a moon disk. So from these three letters, rays of light go out and illuminating your body, radiate. These three letters radiate, illuminating your body. So when I ask, "Oh, who are you? What?" So this is asking your spiritual family lineage. And here we have the basic vehicle followers and also the great vehicle. And then with regards to those of the philosophical schools, you have the Vaibhashikas and Tantrikas and so forth. But here your answer is, "I'm a fortunate one," meaning that you are somebody who is dedicated for the well-being of all sentient beings without exception until the whole space comes to an end. And then with that altruistic intention, you also, if you enter the great, the profound tantric path, then you will be able to help sentient beings in a great way, in accordance with the mental dispositions of the disciples, of your disciples and followers. And so you are asked your lineage and your interest. So then next will be the Tantric Bodhisattva and Tantric Initiations, Tantric vows, sorry. So please answer, "I am a fortunate one, wishing great bliss." So wishing great bliss refers to the Tantric path. And then, since you have interest and believe in the Bodhisattva teachings, the Bodhisattva practice is done with the intention to fulfill the interest of oneself and others. And so there's nothing greater than bodhicitta, the spirit of enlightenment, to help oneself and others, to help oneself to fulfill the short-term as well as long-term goals. And then with bodhicitta, as it strengthens, you would feel the courage to work for others. Please reply, "I am a fortunate one, wishing great bliss." So, what is the purpose or the reason of attaining Buddhahood? So in order the Tantra, you are saying that you have interest in the Tantric path, which helps to fulfill your and others' interest in a great, swift way. So the Lama is like the messenger of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and particularly Avalokiteshvara, the great compassionate one. So imagine all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and particularly Avalokiteshvara, in front of you in the space. And so I can be their messenger. Please take the Bodhisattva vows. I take refuge in the three jewels. I openly confess individually my negative acts. I rejoice in the virtues of all beings. So repeat these lines. I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma and Sangha until I'm enlightened. To fulfill the interest of oneself and others, So, having generated this spirit of enlightenment, I shall call all sentient beings as my guests and engage in the delightful supreme practices of bodhisattvas. May I become a Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings. And next is the Bodhisattva, the Tantric vows. So, all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please pay attention to me. I, who am Akshobhya, say that from now until I achieve enlightenment, shall generate the sacred peerless body-mind. Just as the Buddhas of the three times ensure their enlightenment by means of cultivating it, I shall uphold without exception the general and specific Tantric vows and the commitments of the 5 Buddha families. I shall and then the different commitments. This is the longer version of the Tantric vows. So you are going through each of the Buddha families, Vairocana, Ratnasambhava, Akshobhya, Amitabha, and Amoghasiddhis. And again, say it for the second time, all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Please pay attention to me. I, who am called, say this secret name, Akshobhya, from now until enlightenment is achieved, shall generate the sacred, peerless body-mind, and so forth. And then at the third time, imagine that you have received a pure set of the Tantric vows. If you have taken it before, imagine this is enhanced further. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please pay attention to me. From now until I reach the essence of enlightenment, I, Akshobhya, shall, in the same way as the protectors of the three times, generate the unsurpassed, excellent spirit of enlightenment that definitely sets one on enlightened state. I shall firmly observe the 3 kinds of ethical discipline. Discipline, restraint, accumulating virtuous dharma, and working for the welfare of all beings. From now on, I will take the vows of the unequal 3 jewels, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, that derive from the yoga of the Buddhas. I shall perfectly keep the Vajra, bell and mudra of the great and supreme Vajra family and follow my Vajra master. As to the wonderful Samaya of the great and supreme Ratna family, I shall engage in the 4 kinds of giving 6 times a day for the remarkable and pure lotus lineage that has arisen from the great enlightenment. I shall guard the outer and inner teachings. For the great of supreme Karma family, I shall perfectly adhere to all the vows and make offerings as best I can. I shall cultivate the excellent, unsurpassed mind of enlightenment and completely abide by the vows for the benefit of all sentient beings. Beings who are not yet rescued, I will save, and beings who are not yet freed, I will release. I shall give relief to ones who are without breath and lead sentient beings to a state beyond pain. And next comes the yoga of all-encompassing yoga mind, which is the most important thing in our practice. So for the benefit of all sentient beings, you dedicate to become enlightened Buddha, and then to do meditation in Tantra, you use the subtle mind instead of the raw or the gross or coarser states of mind. And so by so when the 3, all the coarser states of mind, down to the 3 visions of the whitish appearance, the luminous increase, and the luminous black attainment, through the resolution of all these, where you reach is the clear light state of mind. And so when you meditate on emptiness based on this, so generate this conventional bodhicitta first, aspiring to attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. And then visualize that this spirit of enlightenment arises at your heart in the form of a moon disk. Then generate ultimate bodhicitta, realizing the lack of inherent existence of all phenomena, everything, a mind to which its own entity and the emptiness of all phenomena are of one taste. Visualize that your ultimate bodhicitta, this meditation on emptiness, arises in the form of a white 5-pronged Vajra that stands upright on the moon disk. So when you look at me, you see the Dalai Lama, Yawa Rinpoche. So Yawa Rinpoche appears a whole, as if there is a whole lump there. But where is Yawa Rinpoche, the Dalai Lama? Is it my body or speech or my mind? Of course, you cannot find any of these parts of my body or my speech and so forth as me, but that does not still nullify my existence as such. So this I of the Dalai Lama, although it is there, it exists, but you cannot pinpoint it. Of course, the body is something tangible, and my speech you can hear, but my mind, you can infer that from my speech and from my actions that there is something that drives those actions. But when you try to pinpoint that me in me, you cannot find it. And so what that shows is that I am merely imputed by my conceptions, your conceptions. And there's nothing objectively existing as me. And so visualize that ultimate bodhicitta that you have meditated on emptiness, and that ultimate bodhicitta arises in the form of white 5-pronged Vajra that stands upright on the moon disk. So these 2 minds, the bodhicitta in the form of moon disk and the ultimate bodhicitta, in the form of the five-pronged Vajra, you are making your pledge to keep these two principles forever. And so please say, Om Sarva Yoga Citta Upatayami. Om Sarva Yoga Citta Upatayami. So with this, the meditation on emptiness and the meditation on emptiness, which are the two most important practices, when you take Tantric Initiation, of course the Lama explains the process as you go through the Tantra Initiation. He explains the processes. That is not enough. But you need to reflect on your practice of bodhicitta and the view of emptiness on a daily basis. So as I do. So when you do that, then you will have something to hold on to in your daily practice with regard to these two principles of bodhicitta and the view of emptiness.
So
meditate that your Sarva Yoga Citta has now become firm. And so you should not disclose this tantric practice. The Tantra is called secret mantra, Vajra yana, Vajra vehicle. And so you need to keep the practice of Tantra secret. As you pledge, you need to keep it secret. So today, so you should not disclose the tantric practice to those who have not received, who have not entered the tantric mandala, deities of mandala, as well as those who have no faith in tantra. You should not disclose this tantric practice to them. So now you have entered the mandala. So as you were given a garland of flower, imagine that you are offering this garland of flower to the deities of the mandala. So imagine the curtain is lifted, that one enters the mandala and circumambulates the mandala 3 times while reciting these 3 times. Maharata, Sundrita, Suduku, Susuku, Benzasado, Adisedimam, Maharata, Sundinda, Suduku, Susuku, Benzasado, Adisedimam, Maharata, Sundinda, Suduku, Susuku, Benzasado, Adisedimam. And then imagine that one makes prostration, folding one's hands and touching one's crown, throat, and heart with this. So please repeat. Om Nama Tehum, touch your crown. Nama Mehum, touch your throat. And Namo Namahum Soaya, touch your heart. Your folded hands. The 2 palms together. And then let's do the mudra of prostrations of body, speech, and mind. If one wishes to do these prostrations more elaborately, then one can do it according to the highest yoga tantra. In general, one was mudra prostrations. So what I speak is, I speak from my experience about these things, with which I have some confidence in their truth. And since Tantra has a profound practice to overcome one's preconceptions, all these negative thoughts and emotions, as if like trampling on them, you have entered the family of all Tathagatas. Thus offer your prostrations to the Buddha families. So you have entered the family of all Tathagatas. I'll let the Vajra, like exalted wisdom, arise within you. By means of this exalted wisdom, you'll be able to attain the accomplishments of all the Tathagatas. And there is no need for other accomplishments. You should not speak of others to others who have not seen this mandala about this. If you do so, your pledges will degenerate. So Tantra has become so prevalent in Tibet that there is danger of meeting with obstacles in your practice of Tantra. So in order to avoid that, you need to do your tantric practice, particularly your main practice, secretly. So one's bound by knowing the faults of not keeping the pledges. Hold the Vajra on one's head, your head. The master holds the Vajra on your head and ring the bell and says, this is your Vajra pledge. If you speak about this with others who are not suitable, your head will split. Please repeat this for the descent of the pledge beings, the wisdom beings. O Vajra, please bestow the blessings of the Tathagatas. May the wisdom beings of great compassionate one shower upon me. So showering the wisdom being. And now, since you are generated or visualize yourself into the deity with this Shunyata mantra, Shunyata jnana, Shunyata means emptiness. So the mind here, which realizes emptiness, is not a coarser state of mind, but the subtle clear light mind. And therefore it's called jnana. And Vajra refers to these two becoming one in nature. And having such a nature is me. This non-duality of the emptiness and wisdom is me. All dissolves into emptiness. From within emptiness, you arise into a great compassionate one, with one face and two hands, holding a pearl rosary and a blue upala flower by the stem. And you are standing with your hands holding a pearl rosary and, with your right leg extended. Underneath your right foot arising from yam blue wind in the form of a bow, marked with silken banners. At your sacred place rises Ram, a red triangle of fire mandala marked with the letter G. At your heart is a yellow square earth mandala with Hum. At your throat arises Bam, a white round water mandala marked with Aha. At your crown, a blue wind mandala marked with letter Yam. At your heart is also a sun mandala marked with luminous Hum. From the heart, light goes out and invites all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of 10 directions who take the aspects of deities of the mandala, the great compassionate one. They enter your body by falling rain, like a falling rain. This is the Vajra pledge, the renowned Vajra Sattva, the unsurpassed Vajra exalted wisdom. Please descend now. So with this, the blessing is stabilized, the Tikta Benza mantra. If you are physically well, you can stand at the Lama, stands in front of the mandala, but I'll keep sitting on the throne, whereas Taisito Rinpoche would have to stand, get up, and go to the mandala. May this disciple who I shall lead into this perfect mandala have the merit of progress in the stages of the Buddha's family in accordance with his predispositions, and achieve the attainments of Buddha family. Through the power of merit, may the Buddha family be revealed in this mandala, from which he or she has become a vessel for which he or she has become. And then it says, hold the flower garland, which was given before, and say with folded hands, I will enter the mandala and come before the principal and regenerate his Patija Benza Ho. With the Patija Benza Ho mantra, you imagine throwing the flower in the mandala. And this time the flower fell in the center of the mandala.
On particular the emotions of Mambala. Tadene, Lomano Jiniga, Nimola Hong, Tower, Mingelo almost simple.
And so this flower is gone, flower is given back to you and is put on your head with this Om Patitsa Grahan Grahana Sattva, Imam Sattva Mahabala. And at your heart, a home disc on a Hassan disc.
Genesis, and you to see Jimuju,
On your forehead is Ram. On your two eyes are two Om radiating light. The Om activates the light. The Ram burns negative deeds and obscurations, and the Om fills your body with clear light. Take away the blindfold. So then the initiation, the vast initiation starts. So first you need to remove the blindfold. So remove the blindfold, enter and see the mandala. So at your heart, home on the santas, on your forehead, Ram, as I said before, and then remove the blindfold and see the mandala. So you enter the mandala, being able to see the mandala. Today, Vajrasattva has exerted himself to take away your blindfold. By doing so, you see everything. So here the mandala refers on the one hand to the actual mandala in front of you, that is displayed there. You can see it now on the screen, and then the real mandala is the one that appears to your mind in your meditation, the wisdom mandala. And then so through the power of faith, behold the mandala. You are born in the Buddha family. You have received the blessings of the Buddha and mantra, the supreme collections of all accomplishments. You have become a vessel for the supreme pledge, and by the magical play of the Vajra and lotus, you will establish the secret mantra, Hey Vajra Pashe. Thus the Lama shows the mandala, and imagine you examine it stage by stage. Surrounded by the outside charnel ground are the fire mountains and protection and so forth. And please repeat this. Om, I have entered the great Vajra mandala. Om, I see the great mandala of yogi. Om, I received the initiation of the great secret mandala. Samaya, ho ho ho. So you have been introduced the mandala with the 9 deities in it. So here we have 4 initiations. Please repeat this request. Bodhi Vajra once performed the great offering of initiation of the Buddha. Likewise, Vajra space, I request you to confer the same refuge on me.
Numbum. Karma Koda Home, almost some watch to saw, almost some watch to hang. Round order.
So Akshobhya water initiation, the water cleanses, form of action. Om Sabhavashuddha Savadam Sabhavashuddham, and I, the substance of initiation, the water in the vase, dissolve into emptiness. From within emptiness comes a lotus and sun disk, upon which a home arises. The home transforms into Vajra, marked with home, which transforms into blue Akshobhya, having one face and two hands. The right hand holds the Vajra, left a bell, is embracing the consort. Blue Mamaki, who holds a carved knife and a skull cup. The father is sitting in the Vajra lotus position. On his forehead is Om, at his throat is A, and Hum at his heart. From whom at the heart of the Lama, indifferent, who is not different from the principal deity, light goes out and invites the wisdom beings, similar to the beings meditated upon, and the initiation deities, Ja Hum Bam Ho. The wisdom beings become one with the commitment beings. The actual initiation is requested by the older Tathagatas. The initiation is conferred with the water of the vase. The water enters the crown of the deities of the substance and of the initiation. They become crowned with Vajrasattva. And then the offerings of Argam down to the Shabda, music are made. Just as the holder of the Vajra granted initiation, the source of all qualities, the Buddhas, the source of all qualities, from them to save the transmigrants, I request you to confer the same. So, the sacred wisdom, the Kini and the four consorts who hold precious vases filled with the 5 nectars and confer the initiation on your crown. So, due to the truth of whatever auspicious exists in the beautiful body of the great compassionate one, white like the kunda flower, and the play of the Vajra in the lotus of the sacred wisdom Dakini, both abiding in the sphere of reality, the vast sky or space, may all be auspicious for with Gyavagyatso. Due to the truth of whatever auspiciousness there is in the speech that reveals the profound meaning of the great secret, Tantra, this 6th syllable, the essence of the teaching of all victorious ones, whose light rays pacify the suffering of transmigrants, may all be auspicious for Gyavagyatso, Jinasagara. Due to the truth of whatever auspiciousness there exists in the mind of compassion pervading all, in the eternal play of non-duality of bliss and emptiness, avoiding the extremes of samsara nirvana, may all be auspicious for Gyavagyatso. This great Vajra initiation, venerated by all in the 3 realms, the source of the 3 secrets of the Buddhas, should be given. So the outer initiation, the initiation is conferred with the nectar stream of initiation water. One's body becomes filled with the nectar stream of initiation water, and one gains the nature of great bliss. Stains are purified. The excess of water on the crown becomes Akshobhya, and one is adorned with Akshobhya. From the whom, at the heart of the Lama, who is not different from the principal deity, light goes out to invite all the initiation beings in the aspect of Akshobhya, father and mother. They enter through the pores of one's body, and one becomes the nature of Akshobhya. You have received the water initiation of Akshobhya. All the stains of the aversion are purified. The aggregate of consciousness is transformed. The exalted wisdom of the sphere of reality has become manifest. You have received the power of the accomplishing the attainments of Akshobhya and his family. Next is the Ratna Sambhava head ornament initiation. So again, the same process of dissolution into emptiness, and then transforming the substance or the material used for the initiation arising into the deity, and then the initiation is given. So the initiation is requested by all the Tathagatas. The initiation is conferred with the water of the vase. It enters the crown of the deities of the substance or the material of the initiation. That becomes crown of Vajrasattva. And then the making offering of drinking water all the way through to the music to the deity. And so the father and mother and then the disciples are given this initiation of the crown. And next is the, so imagine that this, you are conferred or you receive the crown initiation, and then next the Vajra initiation. Amitabha Vajra initiation. The water from the action vase cleanses the Vajra with Om Karmako, the home pad, and Om Sabhava Shuddha Savadama Sabhava Shuddha Hang. And then the substance and myself and the Vajra dissolves into emptiness, and from within the emptiness comes the lotus and sun, upon which a zim arises. The zim transforms into a lotus marked with zim, which transforms into a red Amitabha, having one face and two hands. And the right hand holds a lotus, left hand bell is embraced in concert. Pandaravasin, who holds carved knife and skull cup. The father is sitting in the Vajra lotus position. On his forehead is Om, at throat A, and Hum at his heart. From the tree at the heart of the Lama, it was not different from the principal deity. Light goes out and invites the wisdom beings, similar to the ones meditated upon and initiation deities. And Zahum Bambo, the wisdom beings become one with the commitment being. The actual initiation is requested by all the Tathagatas. The initiation is conferred by with the water of the vase, and it enters the crown of the deities and substance of they become crowned with Vajrasattva, and then the offerings are made to the deity, and the father and mother enter into absorption in the union and melt into bodhicitta. This essence of the great bliss becomes Vajra. From the home at the heart of the Lama, it was not different from the principal deity. Light goes out and invites the great compassionate one, Jinasagara, together with the 9 deities of the mandala. And then again, Argam to Shabda, these offerings are made. And just as the holder of the Vajra granted initiation, the source of all qualities to Buddha, for them to save transmigrators, I request you to confer the same for the disciples. And so having made this request, the wrathful deities dispel indifference. The Dakas chant verses of observation. The Dakinis sing song. The offering goddesses like the Vajra Rupa Vajra make offering, and the principal deity turns his attention to the confer the initiation. The sacred wisdom Dakini and the 4 consorts hold precious vase filled with 5 nectars and confer the initiation. And so you receive the Vajra initiation. So you have received the Vajra initiation of Amitabha. All the stains of attachment are purified. The aggregate of discrimination is transformed. The exalted wisdom of individual investigation has become manifest. And you have received the power to accomplish the attainments of this leaves the potency for attaining Amitabha and his family. And then next is bell initiation. And so the same process of dissolution to emptiness and so forth, down to receiving the initiation of the bell. So, having made your request, the wrathful ones dispel interference, the Dakas chant verses of auspiciousness, the Dakinis sing songs, the offering goddesses like the Rupa Vajra make offerings, and the principal deity turns his attention to confer the initiation. The wisdom beings, the sacred wisdom Dakini and the four concerts are also precious, hold precious vase filled with the 5 nectars and confer the initiation on you. Due to the truth of the whatever auspiciousness there is in the beautiful body of the great compassionate one, and so forth. And so you have received this great Vajra initiation, venerated by all in the 3 realms, the source of the secret of all the Buddhas. So you have received the bell initiation of Amoga Siddhi. All the stains of jealousy are purified. The aggregates of compulsional additional factors are transformed. The exalted wisdom that accomplishes all activities has become manifest. You have received this leaves the imprint for accomplishing the attainment of Amoga Siddhi in his family. And next is the Varochana name initiation. And so here, the 6-syllable mantra of Avalokiteshvara, the root mantra, together with its branches, so hold the Vajra and bell, and it says, Bhagavan, please hear my request. So this is a mantra initiation. Bhagavan, please hear my request. Please repeat the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Dumagwe, Harinisa, Rajarhiya Soha. Dumagwe, Harinisa, Rajarhiya Soha. Dumagwe, Harinisa, Rajarhiya Soha. So this is the mantra initiation of Jinasagara. So the heart of the Lama, who is not different from the principle that is a sun disk. So for this mantra, imagine like that. And with the syllable 3 surrounded by the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum Dumaguhya Harinisa Rajarhiya Swaha. And the duplicate of this mantra splits off in the one way like butter light. In the way one butter lamp lights another butter lamp. Comes from the heart of the Lama, from out of his mouth, enters your own mouth and takes the place its place clockwise around the syllable home at your heart. Light goes out and all negativities and obscurations are purified. This is the essence of all the Buddhas, the exalted wisdom that embodies all the Buddhas. You should always hold it. And so forth. So next is conduct initiation. So you 3 places of the crown, throat and heart attached, and then you are given this Vajra in your hand, and you hold the Vajra at your heart. At your heart is seated a luminous Vajrasattva, father and mother. From now on, one should never be separated from holding the Vajra, symbol of 5 Vajra wisdoms, and the method for attaining the state of Vajrasattva. And then next is making prophecy, validation of the prophecy. So the Lama is in the aspect of Buddha. Shakyamuni holds the corner of the upper robe, the yellow robe, like the ears of a lion, with his left hand at the level of the heart, the right hand in the mudra in the gesture of fearlessness. I will now give the prophecy. You, the recipients of the victorious ones, receptacle of the victorious ones, will become a Tathagata known as Jinasagara, the ocean of victorious ones, who is in the nature of all the Buddhas. And then this mantra, Om Mahakarunika Jina Samudra Nama Sarva Tathagata Siddhi Samaya Sattvam Bhura Bhuva Swa. Enter into the supreme city, the greatest city of the 3 realms, the source of all glorious qualities, victory over the gathering of Maras, or hordes of evil forces. Then the uncommon Vajra master initiation comes next. There are 2 parts, actual initiation and related permission to practice. Please make a mandala offering to request the initiation, Vajra master initiation. Mandala kamniya taya mi. So the disciples dissolve into emptiness, and from within the state of emptiness arises a precious throne supported by lions and a lotus, with a lotus and sun cushion. Upon this is home. The home becomes Vajra, marked with home at the center, which completely transforms into blue Vajradhara. You have one face, 2 hands, and right hand. The right hand holds a Vajra and left bell. Sitting in the Vajra lotus position, you embrace the concert blue Vajratupa, who holds a carved knife in the skull cup, and you are at your forehead is Om, A at your throat, and Hum at your heart. From the Hum at the heart of the Lama, the Guru, who is not different from the principal deity, lights go out and invites the wisdom beings. In similar aspect as the deity is meditated upon, the wisdom beings become one with the deity meditated upon. Above yourself, the Vajra and bell dissolves into emptiness. From within emptiness, Hum and A appear. The Hum becomes Vajra in the nature of Vajrasattva, and A becomes the bell in the nature of Vajratapa. So this is the essence of all the Buddhas, the implement of Vajrasattva. You should always hold it and thus make the Vajra contact firm. It is the hero without beginning or end, the great blissful Vajrasattva, who is the nature of Samandabhatra, the Lord of Vajratupa, who sits foremost among Supreme Tathagatas. So you are given the 3 the exalted wisdom, Vajra, the exalted wisdom which is non-dual with the emptiness, is the exalted wisdom which is non-dual with the mind of the victorious. This is the secret Vajra. The symbolism of holding the Vajra is the recollection of that meaning. Thus take the Vajra by means of the awareness of suchness. After reciting this, imagine the Lama touches one's 3 places with the Vajra and gives with right hand. So the Lama said, it is said that all yogis follow the sound of the bell. You should also hold the bell. The victorious ones hold it for supreme enlightenment, and the heroes hold the Vajra and bell. Please hold it. It is the Lord of all victorious ones, the nature of the beautiful bliss. It bestows the blessings of Mahamudra. Our samsara is by nature pure. The realization of this nature eliminates samsara. The supreme hero, who by nature is pure, is made a supreme being. Vajra Gandhi. The sound of the bell is the sound of emptiness, inherent emptiness of inherent existence of a phenomena. By means of recollecting emptiness, take the bell and ring it. In order to make the mental body stable, the pledge mudra is perfected, expounded. However, the body is made stable. That is renowned as a mudra. Through the blessing of the exalted wisdom mudra, all objects of desire are enjoyed and all accomplishments are achieved. So with the understanding that everything, the world and its inhabitants are like illusion, so the cataract of ignorance is removed. And then you offered the mirror. So these are the related permissions. So there is nothing that an awareness yogi cannot do. Knowing suchness, the heroes enjoy the 5 objects of desire and so forth. And so everything is like an illusion. They appear as if they have some objective existence. They appear, yet they are empty of any inherent existence. So with the eye ointment, the cataract of ignorance is removed. With the mirror, you are introduced to the nature of illusion-like nature of all phenomena. And then with the arrow, so with the mirror first, you should know that in general all phenomena are like reflections in a mirror, and in particular that Vajrasattva at your heart is also like the reflection of a mirror. This mirror places predispositions for having the illusory appearance of the objects during the time of post-meditation equipoise. And then shooting the arrow from a hole comes a bow and arrow, pointing the bow and arrow towards the 4 cardinal directions and zenith and nadir, while thinking that one pierces the master pierces the obscurations with a hole. Om Sarvatathagata Anuraga Ragaya Swaha. So the bow and arrow places the predisposition for realization of emptiness directly, without without going through a mediate. And then permission to teach the general dharma. From broom comes wheel. Om Vajra Hetu Bam. And then Om Vajra Ba Sha Ram. So from the last vowel of the Sanskrit alphabet A comes a conch shell. And from this first vowel of Sanskrit, A, comes the Tantric text of the Great Compassionate One. Hold the text in your left hand in the mudra of concentration, and the right hand in the mudra of giving teaching, and say, from now on, solely on the basis of the body-mind generation, I will fill all directions with the unsurpassed sound of the Dharma conch and turn the wheel of Dharma. From the last vowel of the Sanskrit alphabet, A, comes a bell. And all the phenomena characteristic of the sky is all free from the characteristics. By the practice of seeing the equality of sky, everything becomes supreme, equal, and clear. One becomes the great compassionate one. And then the permission to teach the specific Dharma also given. Next is the secret initiation. For that you make a mandala offering. Please repeat. Gyavagyatso Jinasagara, principle of the mandala. With your spontaneous great compassion, you give refuge to those without refuge and protection. Please grant me the protection as well. Still stuck in the muddy swamp of samsara, please grant refuge to me and make me the same as you, great excellent one. Make me the same as you, the great excellent one. Please put on the blindfolds.
Oh yeah. Lama no zunle bema zingi samba yosu chuma leba memma pushi chani. Bema da chibu zibo jiro. Lama da zo hota me pushi chuma shishi chani.
So make prostrations and offerings of mandala. Imagine that you offered to the Lama a beautiful suit. I offer attractive illusion like concert, a host of messengers, darkness, born from mantra, the simultaneous born, having slender figures, aglow with the vibrancy of youth, and so forth. And so, in the highest Yoga Tantra, you have the consort. In all the tantras, you have the male and female deities together. That is to symbolize that or represent that of the experience of great bliss. As your blissful experience increases, it helps to overcome the grosser states of mind. So the wisdom concept of the Lama dissolves into emptiness. From within the emptiness, the red wisdom, Dakini, Bhagavati appears. She has one face and two hands, and the right holding a damaru and left Tsongkhapa is adorned with 5 mudras. The secret place of the Father dissolves into emptiness beyond concept, and from within this emptiness 5-spoked Vajra rises at the home. The opening is blocked with the yellow pad, and the secret place of the concept dissolves into emptiness beyond concept, and from within its emptiness, within this emptiness, a red 8-petaled lotus arises. From the opening is blocked with the yellow pad, and so forth. So through the sound of the bliss of the absorption into union, the Father and Mother, countless Buddhas, both Father and Mother, are invited and enter through the mouth of the Father and Mother, Gyavagyatso, and descend into their body. All the dakas melt into the white bodhicitta, and all the goddesses dissolve. Darken is the melting and merging of these 2 bodhicittas generate the conventional bodhicitta. And so, by tasting this secret substance, it induces great bliss within you. And so, you experience joy, the four ecstasies or joys. So you say Ahoma Sukha. So in order to attain illusory body, you need to actualize the spontaneous, the innate, clear-light mind. So in order to attain Buddhahood, you must attain illusory body. That must be actualized with the help of the clear light, the innate clear light mind, which helps to purify all the defilements from within your mind stream. And so when you understand this significance, you'll see the greatness of the practice. So when you receive the secret initiation in the mandala of the conventional bodhisattva, the stains of one's speech and washed away, and one receives the permission to meditate on the self-blessed conventional illusory body of the completion stage. When you have the fortune to attain the complete enjoyment body of the resultant body, Buddha. So when you are able to attain the all-empty, clear light mind, there's no, you can attain the illusory body. So on the basis of this clear light mind, you need to attain the illusory body. Otherwise, there's no way to attain it. So, by tasting the bodhisattva, that is the nature of the collection of all the Buddhas, great bliss arises. There attains the emptiness with mind bliss, and joining the inseparability of bliss and emptiness is the nature of secret initiation. So with that, you receive the secret initiation. Next is the exalted wisdom initiation. So for that, you make the mandala offering. Please repeat. O Bhagavan, the great peace is accepted as the soul Vajra Yoga. The instructive mudra practitioner arises from the Vajra Yoga, still stuck in the muddy. So, O hero, do you take delight in the taste of bodhisattva? Do you make the offerings of and pay respect to the wisdom concert, self-born from the families? Do you have enough faith so that you can eat faces, urine, semen, blood? Is this agreeable to you, O child? Do you enjoy this? And what do you think of these excellent pledges? And then you say, O goddess, why should I elaborate on this? On the pledges of just spoken about. Why not always respect women? Why not make the offerings to the lotus? And the goddess, pleased, loosens her hair and takes her clothes. Clothing opens and shows the root of the great bliss and says, Emma, this lotus of mine is perfectly endowed with every bliss. Whoever relies upon it directly, I will always remain with him. All practices, such as the attainment of union, are done with the dependence on the lotus. Even the king of great bliss abides perfectly within it. Padma Banho. And so the concert dissolves into emptiness, and this transforms and from tree arises a opala flower marked with the tree. This transforms into great, noble, compassionate one, Jinasagara. He has one face and two hands, holding a pearl rosary and blue Vajra, opala flower. So, in order to actualize the great, innate clear light mind, you need to make all the coarser states of mind dissolve, so that Through this dissolution of the coarser states of mind, you actualize the clear light mind, and this becomes actualizing it. By actualizing it, you are able to use it to realize emptiness and the objects. And the wisdom concert is pleased and puts her left foot on top of your head and says, "O child, from now until the essence of enlightenment is achieved, do everything that you can to benefit the dream-like sentient beings." And you have received the exalted wisdom initiation into the mandala.
Please
repeat this. Om Sarva Tathagata Anuragana Benza Sadobhava Atmakoham. So you should have three perceptions: your body as the deity, your speech as mantra, and your mind as the Makaya. So you go through the process of experiencing the bliss. From crown, the bodhicitta dissolves and flows down to your throat. You experience the bodhicitta descends from the crown to the throat. One experiences bliss. From throat to the heart, supreme bliss. From the heart to the navel, special bliss. And when it descends from the navel to the tip of the jewel, the spontaneously arisen bliss of exalted wisdom becomes manifest. The joining of the bliss and emptiness into the inseparability of bliss and emptiness is the actual exalted wisdom initiation. And so, having brought the melted bodhicitta from the crown down to the tip of your jewel or the sacred place, you have to bring it back from the sacred place to the navel, from there to your heart, from there to your throat, and from there to all the way back to your crown. And so, with that, you experience bliss, and with that, the dissolution of the different conceptions that are related with the three visions. The whitish appearance related with 33 conceptions, reddish increase with the 40 conceptions, and then the 7 with the near attainment. And so through that, by dissolving and overcoming all these conceptions and the 3 visions of whitish appearance, reddish increase, and blackish near attainment, you are left with the clear light, the innate clear light mind alone. And with that, through that, you attain illusory body, and then with the union of the illusory body and the clear light, you attain that of the Vajradhara state. And so with that, you receive the initiation of the exalted wisdom, the knowledge wisdom initiation. And then next is the 4th initiation. So this verse from Lama Sherpa for the 4th initiation is used. Please repeat. By the kindness of your lotus feet, I have received the 3 principal initiations. Please, out of your kindness, please give me the refuge of the precious 4th initiation. Please, out of your kindness, give me the refuge of the precious 4th initiation. So you repeat it this time, 3 times. So at the time of receiving the 3rd initiation, when you visualize yourself as your meditational deity, father and mother, you saw the great bliss engaging in the ascertainment of suchness. By seeing bliss and emptiness simultaneously with one mind and familiarizing yourself with these through various means, you'll ultimately be able to see the object, such as of self. This exalted wisdom of mind clearly appears as one taste, like water poured into water, without even the subtle dualistic appearance interfering. From this exalted wisdom of the ultimate clear light mind, the body of the most subtle wind mind arises, the conventional, complete, illusory enjoyment body. So with regard to this union, that is in the union of with wisdom concert, the attainment of the state of union of these two, the enjoyment body and the exalted wisdom of the clear light of bliss and emptiness, being simultaneous in one nature, is in the state of unity of support and supported components. This is the meaning of the fourth initiation. So, through the dissolution of the 80 different conceptions that are related with the three visions, all the coarser levels of mind and wind energy are dissolved, and this subtlest clear light mind is left. All the coarser levels of mind and wind energies have dissolved, and then from this subtle wind energy, the Buddha's Rupakaya arises, and from the subtle mind, the subtlest mind, the resultant Dharmakaya of, or the heart of the Buddha, the mind of the Buddha arises. And so the subtlest wind energy is the course for the Buddha's Rupakaya, the form body, and the subtlest mind is the main cause for the Buddha's mind. And so these two come into union. So the main understanding of union here is these two coming together. And so the subtle mind and wind energy are of the same nature, but distinct in aspect, conceptually. So this is the meaning of the fourth initiation. So when you have received the precious fourth initiation, the word initiation, in the mandala of bodhicitta, you have, it has put the potential in one's mind to purify the mental imprints of obscurations of one's body, speech, and mind. One has received the permission to meditate on the completion stage of the union of inseparability of the two truths, and one has the fortune to manifest the resultant state of union of Vajradhara. This naturally beautiful one abandons all outer objects. If you abandon this wisdom concept, there is no way to achieve Buddhahood. And so the Vajradhara cannot be achieved through the coarser body and mind, because they have to be in union. And so the ultimate cause of this union of body and mind are the subtle wind-mind energy, which are inseparable in nature. And so from such a cause, you can have the union of body and mind in the resultant state. So this naturally beautiful one abandons all outer objects. If you abandon this wisdom concept, there's no way to achieve Buddhahood. It can only be achieved with the conduct practice of wisdom concept. It is the highest of the highest conduct. So with this, you have received the complete initiation of the great compassionate deity, Jinasagara, the four initiations. So as I said yesterday, the Tibetans, from the people of the land of snow, have a very special karmic connection with Avalokiteshvara. And so Avalokiteshvara in the four tantras is related with four tantras, but here the initiation is in accordance with the highest yoga Tantra. So in this connection, I have given the 4 initiations of Jinasagara Avalokiteshvara. I have done the necessary retreat, confined meditation retreat on Jinasagara, and I have given the 4 initiations of Jinasagara. So this is pledging that you will practice as the Master has instructed you. So the verse of taking refuge in bodhicitta was said 3 times, and now we are saying the verse for the 4 immeasurables. And this is the 7-limb prayer from Samanda prayer, the king of prayers. This is the mandala offering. So the mandala offering is made in thanking His Holiness for giving the teaching on the concise stages of the path to enlightenment and the initiation of Jinasagara.
Mendra Sambo Dembo Ve Changjo Lola Parchi Nejo Ye Tesa Deje Gombo Dobo Do Sipa Mendra Yewa Mene Nonga Nyombe Rowa Rowa Showa Dagi Keve Lena Deda Kwe Jide Dena Nyodo Tonja Yo Dola Beje Jena Donji Senjie Doma Mombo Zile Zhor Shangzo Do Jide Jabo Do Jiza Yera Kuye Zowa Ye Kewa Jose Jiza Ba Tangji Dagi Zhongjo Shenbo Ya Wan So De Du Son Jave Tuje Jide Wan Zhoye Gombo Kasho Jire Se Gawa Lo Sa Jense Jaso Ye Shave Gawa Jaso Nyame Tuve Tenpa Rinpoche Te Son Samche Te Se Chesha Ye Kanto Tuje Rekwa Take Wo Mecho Chile Ngato Shate Aso Chame Kawa Gombe Tuje Tun Sele Deve Ngosra Mecho Wan Zambi Tuje Mimbe Zesa Che Simbo Jembe Shabe Tate Aso Ramcha Kaye Vina Ninje Che Ije Mombe Mese Veda Je Sheve Deve Chenpo Yangda Kanche Laje Shaten Zazo Damche Jase Dodo Daso
This is a long life prayer of His Holiness the Dalai Lama.
Shebe Tsele Ngowo
It's a new one.
Du Son Javen Dojen Jede Wan Joven Gompong Bangzon Jele Ngawa Lo San Tenzin Jazo Yin Shaven Gewan Jazo Dade Jo Nyame Dobe Tenpa Rinpo Te Son Zuje De Zhogan Ye Kanto Doje Rekwan Take Wa Mejo Jele Ngata Shade Chambe Gewa Gombe Doje De Tsele Debe Ngozra Mejo Dali Doja Mimbe Zezan Je Seba Jebe Shabe Dade Raja Gaye Vina Ninje Je Yishe Mombe Mese Veda Zure Debe Chelo Yongda Wa Kanche Lache Dampa Shade Sozun Tangje Gyose Tutan Tan Daso Lasa Mimbe Dende Je Mali Zhowe Gompo Kante Shebe Zele Ngowen Denyo Je Tu Son Jave Tu Ye Jide Wan Zhowe Gompo Banjo Jene Ngowa Lo Sa Tenzin Jaso Ye Shebe Gewan Jaso Taten So Nyambe Tu Ye Tenpa Rinpo Che Te Son Tangje Duje Zhoga Ye Kanto Duje Rekwan Tabge Wa Mejo Chenle Ngata Shade Chambe Gewa Gombe Duje Dun Tsele Debe Ngosre Mejo Zale Doja Mimbe Zezan Je Seba Jembe Shabe Dade Danjanga Ye Vina Ninje Je Ye Mombe Mese Veda Je Shive Debe Shenpo Yongda Wa Kanche Laje Dave Shamde Henzo Zazo Tamje Jase Dodo Dan Daso Lasa Mimbe Dende Ye Mali Dove Gombo Kan Shebe Tsele Ngowo Denjo
This is the prayer of words of truth. You whose glory is an ocean of immeasurable qualities, and who look upon poor beings as if they were your only child, Sugatas, of past, present, and future, Bodhisattvas, and your disciples. Pray heed these lamentations of the truth. May the entire teaching of the Buddha, which dispels all torments of existence and peace, spread to benefit the whole wide world with health and happiness. May those who hold them, scholars and practitioners, flourish in their practice of the 10 activities of Dharma. Utterly oppressed by the intolerable intensity of their negative actions, deprived beings are tortured by interminable suffering, pacify their unbearable disease, wars, and famines, and bring them the succor of infinite joy and well-being. In particular, the people of Tibet, inheritors of the Dharma, are being destroyed by the many evils of barbarian hordes. Malevolent and heartless, a river of blood and tears, arouse the forces of compassion that their torment may swiftly be stopped. May whatever is undertaken by those malevolent beings, be they visible and invisible, who, due to their perverse aspirations in the past, are hostile to the Buddha's teaching, be uprooted by the truth of the three jewels.